Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we decode the secrets hidden in plain sight within corporate filings. Today we're diving into Grayscale Bitcoin Cash Trust, and let's just say their latest report is less about Bitcoin Cash and more about, well, a corporate shuffle. Stick around, because this is a masterclass in how companies reorganize behind the scenes. Before we jump in, if you are tired of jargon and want straight talk about what makes companies tick, hit that subscribe button. And for an even deeper dive and to chat with fellow corporate enthusiasts, join our Discord community linked in the description below. Alright, so what we have here is a Form 8K filing. Think of this as a special news bulletin from a company to the public, reporting big events that aren't part of the usual quarterly updates. This one dropped on the 22nd of October 2025, but the real action happened just before that. The main story in this filing is about a corporate reorganization, specifically concerning the sponsor of the Grayscale Bitcoin Cash Trust. Now, the sponsor is basically the management company that keeps the trust running smoothly. This reorganization is all about changing who is in charge of that management. Let's break this down. We have a company called GSO Intermediate Holdings Corporation, or GSY. They were basically the ultimate boss controlling Grayscale operating LLC or GSO. GSO in turn was the boss of Grayscale Investment Sponsors LLC, which is our actual sponsor or GSIs. So GSY was at the top of this chain, making decisions for the sponsor. Here is where the change happens. GSY swapped some of its ownership in GSO for shares in a brand new company called Grayscale Investments Incorporated, or Grayscale Investments. More importantly, they gave up their top management role in GSO to this new Grayscale Investments company. So after this shuffle, Grayscale Investments, the new company, is now the direct manager of GSO, which is the direct owner of our sponsor, GSIs. Essentially, the control has been shifted to this newly formed Grayscale Investments entity, adding in the layer DCG Grayscale Holdco, which is the main owner of Grayscale Investments, has appointed a new board of directors for this Grayscale Investments company. What is interesting here is that before this reorganization, the board of GSY, the original top company, was in charge of the sponsor. Now, the board of the new Grayscale Investments company is in charge. And guess what? It's the exact same people. This reads like a restructuring to centralize management under a new corporate umbrella, but with the same leadership team. Barry Silbert remains the chairperson. And to connect all the dots, all these entities, DCG Holdco, Grayscale Investments, GSY, GSO, and GSIs, they're all part of the bigger digital currency group, Incorporated. Or DCG, this tells us that this whole reorganization is happening within the larger structure of a single parent company. Now, the crucial part for investors, they state that they do not expect any significant changes to how the Grayscale Bitcoin Cash Trust itself operates. This suggests the move is more about internal corporate structure and management, rather than a change in the trust investment strategy or day-to-day activities. It sounds like rearranging the furniture in the executive suite. And for those tracking, the trust shares trade under the symbol BCHE. Interestingly, the filing notes NIA for the exchange where its shares are registered, which is a bit unusual and worth keeping an eye on in future filings. This is a small but important detail. The trust has elected to be treated as an emerging growth company. This typically allows them to delay adopting new accounting standards for a few years, giving them a bit more flexibility. This filing really focuses on this one event, the corporate reorganization. There don't appear to be any major financial tables in this particular 8K, which is common for filings that are solely reporting a significant corporate event like this. So what does this mean for Grayscale Bitcoin Cash Trust? Well, on the surface, it seems like a behind the scenes reorganization of the management structure. The same people are in charge, just under a slightly different corporate roof. The big takeaway is that the trust itself, and presumably its operations and investment strategy, are expected to remain the same. It's less about a change in the trust performance and more about how the parent entities are structured for investors. While reorganizations can sometimes signal bigger strategic shifts, the explicit statement that there is no material impact on the trust operations is reassuring. The key here is transparency from the sponsor, and the 8K filing aims to provide just that. We'll be keeping an eye on future SEC filings from Grayscale to see if this new structure. Grayscale Investments Inc. brings any new strategic directions or operational changes. Alright, that is our breakdown of this Grayscale Bitcoin Cash Trust filing. What is your take on these corporate restructurings and what they signal for publicly traded trusts? Drop your thoughts in the comments. If this analysis was valuable, hitting that like button really helps. And subscribe for more deep dives. Don't forget to check out the Discord in the description. Thanks for watching. See you next time.